Hey everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo. Today we're going to take a look at jeans that sold on eBay. We're going to take a look at jeans that sold on the eBay platform in the month of February. We're not going to look at every single pair that sold on the platform, or we would be here for the rest of the month of March. But I did pull out some highlights for you guys, just some brands that I wanted to talk about with you guys, some bread and butter brands, obviously, that do well for us, that sell regularly, not always for really high prices, but regularly enough that they are worth picking up if you can find them for relatively low cost of goods. They will flip regularly, that they're worth the cost of goods or the investment. Some flip faster than others and give you a really good fast return on your investment. Some are more long tail, of course. And then there's always the Polo brands that give you a higher profit margin. And some are new to me that I discovered in wholesale lots or thread up boxes that I wanted to share with you guys. So the jeans that sold videos, if you're new to the channel and you're a new subscriber, welcome in. If you haven't seen a jeans that sold video, these are a little bit different than my weekly what sold videos. I don't so much just tell you where I bought it or what our cost of goods was, but it's more of a teaching video on why each brand is good or why I like to flip that particular brand. So we're just going to jump right on in where we're looking at. This is Hue. This is new to me. So I discovered these in a thread up box, new to me brand. They are called Hue. They are lightweight, so they ship first class, which I love. Whenever I can ship jeans first class, that's a plus to me, because we all know that the flat rate envelopes or padded flats cost $7 plus to ship. And even when you build that in to the cost of the item and offer free shipping, it's still expensive. You can save money when you can ship first class. So I love jeans that ship first class. They sold fast. They sold within like a couple of weeks of being listed, and that's fast for clothing. So I liked that. I find that leggings or jeggings always do pretty well. And ones that pull on, that don't have like the zipper and the button and all that, usually do pretty well for me as well. So I like to include that as a keyword. Pull on pants or pull on pant. If I don't have enough room for the S, that's okay. I just leave it out. But pull on pant. These sold for $20.09. Next up, we have Miss Me jeans. These, of course, are a Polo brand. Everyone knows about Miss Me jeans. This particular pair came out of a thread up box, so the average cost was about $1.75, give or take how much they were, depending on if I had a free shipping coupon for that particular thread up box or not. These ones were neat in the fact that they had the nice rose and butterfly embellishments on the pockets. This pair I took a best offer of $40.87 on. I pick up all Miss Me's anytime I find them. I would pay full price for them at our Goodwill, which is about $6.99. I like it better when they come in thread up boxes or wholesale lots, and I can get them for $2, $3, or even less. But I do like to source Miss Me, and I believe this pair was a padded flat. It sure was. Some of the smaller sizes of Miss Me jeans will go first class. Not Your Daughter's jeans. This is a solid bread and butter brand. Not Your Daughter's jeans has a following. There are a lot of women who wear this brand and like this brand. A lot of them have names like the Maryland Straight and other names, and women who wear those particular styles will look for them, particularly on eBay. They know what they like, they know the style they want, and they will search it out. Most of Not Your Daughter's jeans has the lift tuck technology. And again, I've said this before in the past, but any jeans that have any kind of tuck, lift, any kind of technology like that shapes or slims is also a good thing to look for when you're outsourcing jeans. This particular pair sold for a best offer of $21.21. Most Not Your Daughter's jeans are going to sell for $20 to $30, depending on the style and the size. Another pair of Miss Me's. These ones have crosses on the pockets and the more familiar black patch there on the back. Again, I do really like flipping Miss Me's. You can get a little bit more money for them if you can get them to flip on Poshmark than you will get on eBay. This pair sold for $43.71. So they're still retaining some value over on eBay. I used to get $50 to $55 for them. Of course, everyone participates in that race to the bottom that I can't stand, and everything starts to lose value over time because people can't price high. They all have to get that fast nickel. But Miss Me still sells pretty well for $40 to $45. So I still price pretty high on these. Here's some True Religion pants. Now, these are not jeans, but True Religion is a well-known brand for their jeans. So I wanted to show you their pants because those will do well also, but you won't fetch as high of a price for their pants as you will for their jeans. So my general rule for their pants is to start around like 30 to 40. I still start their jeans right around 50, 45. And then their pants I'll start between 30 to 40 depending on the style and the size. I do source their pants when I find them. They do really well. These took a couple of days to sell from being listed. These are velour, so they're really soft and velvety. They don't take that long to sell. In fact, I find that their pants flip faster than their jeans do. They're not as long tail, even though they sell for a little bit less money. So I do keep my eyes peeled for the True Religion pants. I've done well with these velour pants. I've done well with corduroys as well. And I've even done well with kids. Now with kids in True Religion, you're going to want to list those for more around 20 to 25 is what I have found. These sold for $31.72. And I believe they also went a padded flat. No, these went first class. So even better yet, right? Shipped for less money. Here's some White House Black Market, solid bread and butter brand. Again, this used to be a bolo. It used to sell for $35 to $40, but over time, everyone has raced this brand to the bottom. I still started around $25 to $30, and then I usually get around $20 to $25, depending on the size and the style. It's still a good brand to pick up if you can find the cost of goods for like $3 or less on these. These are a size 4. I pick these and the Not Your Daughter's jeans, by the way, up if I find them in any size. I have certain brands like Gloria Vanderbilt. I have rules that I will only pick them up in size 14 or larger, or only if they're unique, if they have some kind of sassy print or color going on, because the larger sizes and, of course, the unique prints and colors do better. But with White House Black Market, Not Your Daughter's jeans, even with like American Eagle, Gap, and Old Navy, I pick up any style, any size, any color because I do so well with them. I don't really have rules with them. They all sell. They all have the following. Those brands do really well with the people that do buy them online on the regular. So these are the jeggings. So again, with the jeggings, I do well with jeggings. Jeggings, leggings, skinny jeans, all of those. These sold for $22.29. Next up, speaking of Old Navy, and these are also unique in color. So these are Old Navy jeans. They're the Rockstar style. I do well with the Rockstar. These are super skinny and green. So these had some stuff going on here that helps them to be more valuable. Of course, they're size 10, which is an average size. This is a size I would avoid in brands most of the time, except for Old Navy. But these are super skinny, and they're green. and they sold for $20.99. So keep your guys' eyes. That's so hard to say. Keep y'all's eyes peeled out, open for these jeans. All right, next up we have some Levi's. These are the 514 men's 30 straight boot cut light wash. You guys, Levi's are all over the place. Just make sure you're doing your due diligence and your research. There's some Levi's that are specifically made for Walmart and Target that will sell for $20. And then there's some Levi's with numbers like the Levi's 711s and 3, I think they're 312 or 315 too skinnies that will go for $50 and $60 and $40. This particular pair sold on a best offer of $32. They're the 514s. So depending on what style of Levi's you have and the number they are, is how much they're going to sell for. So do your due diligence, do your research, do your comps, and make sure you are looking them up. Personally, I will I will source any and all Levi's, and I'm happy to sell the ones that comp at 20 alongside the ones that comp for 40 and 50 alike. Most people who sell these at the thrift or price them at the thrift don't really know the difference. So you're going to pick them up for the same price at the thrift. So if they're $2 at your thrift store, they're going to be $2. So they're not going to be priced any differently at the thrift store. You know what I'm saying? If you get them in a thread-up box or if you get them in a wholesale lot, they're going to be priced the same. So it's up to you to do the comps to figure out which ones are worth 20 and which ones are worth more. Check your comps on eBay, check your solds, check what's currently listed, but also go back on Terapeak because you can check back a year on there, not just back 3 months like on eBay, and see what they're selling for. Just do your due diligence with Levi's. They're not all created equally. Next up, we have a pair of Lucky brand, solid bread and butter brand. Again, this used to be a brand that was worth a lot more money. I can remember listing these for $40, but they're not anymore. These are definitely something that I list around 26 to 30 and will sell right around 20 to 25 usually on offers. This pair is a pair that is an example of a pair of jeans that had been around long enough that I decided to experiment with. And I do this often. If you watch this channel enough, you've heard me say this before. If a pair of jeans has been sitting around enough that we've lowered the price a couple of times, I will do a little experimenting. I'll drop the price by about $8 and then add shipping. So instead of having these up for $26 free ship, I'll put them up for $17 plus $8 shipping just to see if they'll move. And sometimes they do. It's surprising. And vice versa. So if these hadn't have sold for like a month or two like this, I would have put the price back all the way up to $26 and put free shipping on them. I don't understand it. It's all like psychologically weird, just the way buyers think. Sometimes they need to see free shipping and they'll buy an item at a higher price with the free shipping. And for whatever reason, sometimes if it's not moving that way and you drop the price drastically and they see that low price, they don't pay attention to the shipping that's being charged and they'll just buy the jeans at the lower price and pay the shipping. So I do experimenting. If I have jeans that just won't move, I'll drop the price and add shipping on it. And if they don't move like that, I raise the price back up and put free shipping back on it. Most of you know that every morning I end any items that are going to end within the next 24 hours. And then I go into the unsolds and tweak them a little bit and play around with them and put them back in by selling similar. And that's at that time is when I will experiment with the jeans. So these sold all in. The buyer paid $26.10, but I couldn't sell them for $25 free ship. I'll never understand it, but that's why I experiment like that and try new things. So I did get these to sell for $17.10 with $8 shipping on them. Lucky brand is a good brand. All right, next up we have Joe's Jeans, which is a really good brand. This would be higher end bread and butter, I guess. Not necessarily, getting prices like the Miss Me and the True Religions and the Silver Jeans. But Joe's Jeans also fetches, 30 and higher most times. So I would consider them higher than bread and butter, but not quite below. Most Joe's Jeans are going to have names on them, which I always love when jeans have names, because typically when someone finds a pair of jeans in a particular brand and a particular style that has a name that fits them well and feels comfortable and feels good and makes them feel good when they wear them, they want that same particular pair of jeans again, and they will go online and look for them. And if you have them and you can use that name in your keywords, you are more likely to sell them. You're more likely to sell Old Navy Rockstar or Joe's Provocateur or, Silver Suki than you are just a pair of Gap boot cut. Something with a name, with a style that someone has worn before that they know they like. And plus, I love when jeans give you the keywords right there on the tag or the waistband. When they tell you what it is and you can just type it right on in. That's always lovely. So Joe's Jeans is a good brand to keep an eye out for. This pair sold for $30.86. I do love Joe's. Here we have Victoria Beckham, which isn't necessarily that great of a brand, but these were made for Rockin' Republic, which is a kind of decent bread and butter. So Victoria Beckham for Rockin' Republic. And they're also super flare. So if you can see that, they have huge wide leg bell bottoms. And I do really well with any flare, bell bottom, wide leg trouser jeans, anything like that. These sold for $28.50. And then we have some Rockin' Revival. Now these are Polo. Rock Revival jeans are a bolo, not to be confused with Rockin' Republic, which is, bottom of the barrel bread and butter. Rock Revival is bolo, especially men's. Rock Revival is something, if you find it, you want to snatch it up. I paid $10 for this pair, and I'd do it all over again, and you should too. If you find Rock Revival in the wild and they are $10, don't hesitate. That sounds like a lot to spend for something, but I took a best offer on these of $85, and after our cost of goods of $10, after fees, after shipping, all in and everything, our profit was $54 on these pair of jeans. Even with the cost of goods of $10 and having to pay, $8 for a padded flat and fees and everything else, we still profited $54 on one pair of jeans. So do not be afraid to pay up for really good, solid brands, for those bolo and luxury brands. Rock Revival. Keep your eyes peeled for it. This is what they look like. This is only the second pair I've ever had, just so you know. This isn't something you're going to find in abundance. You're not going to find them by the hundreds, just hanging out on the rack. These are definitely harder to find. I found one pair in the wild, brand new with tags at a Goodwill, and paid, I think it was like $12 a couple years ago. And that one sold for like 90 or 100. And this is a Tucker boot. That's one I bought off of Greg in a wholesale lot we purchased from him, and I paid $10 for these. So they're not easy to find, but if you find them, snatch them up. All right, speaking of True Religion jeans, here's a pair of men's. These were cute. These came out of a thread up. So again, I don't find a lot of these really good brands, by the way, guys, at the wild, at the Goodwills here. We just don't luck out really often at the Goodwills. I did find the one Rock Revivals in the wild here a couple years ago. I find some silvers here and there, but most of the True Religions, the Miss Me's, the really good Levi's with the numbers that comp high, I find it in ThreadUps or wholesale lots that I'm purchasing from folks out of state that I have shipped in. I don't really find a lot of good stuff here local. So anyway, these came in the ThreadUp. They had the super cute, these little camo U's on the pockets. So I accepted a best offer on these of $42. So again, you can expect around $40 to $45 for True Religions. I used to get more like $50, $55, but it is what it is. And last but not least, we have these 7 for All Mankind. So again, this is another brand that kind of ran out to the bottom. But there is still something within the 7 for All Mankind that you can be on the lookout for. They do have the Dojo Jeans. Dojo. And it will say right on the waistband right here where I'm showing you in the photo here. Here comes a train. Sorry. On the waistband, it'll say Dojo, D-O-J-O, and the back pockets will have big 7 on them. If you find those are still a Polo. They're 7 for All Mankind, Dojo Jeans. And those will still sell for around $50 to $70, depending on if they're men's, women's, and what they look like in the size. So those are still a Polo within the 7 for All Mankind, and you should absolutely snatch them up if you see them. If they're just 7 for All Mankind, I would say they're bread and butter. And if your cost of goods is a couple bucks or less, go ahead and grab them. Like this pair, I took a best offer $22.72 on. So I wouldn't spit at these or leave them on the rack or anything, but they're nothing to write home about. True Religion's still a good brand. Absolutely. Rock and Revival. Joe's is pretty good. Levi's can be. Just do your research. Miss Me's still pretty good, obviously. And then, your higher end bread and butters is going to be your not your daughter's jeans. Yeah, and your Joe's. Lucky Brand's still pretty decent. So that's the highlights from our denim sales in February on eBay. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. Make sure you hit the thumbs up before you leave. It really does help the channel. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. You can join using the link in the description box. It is free to join. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.